Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the live fan call-in show, guys. As always, make sure you smash the likes on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new around here and get involved in the chat as always. Guys, the lines will open when we hit 40 likes. So the quicker we get to 40 likes, the quicker the lines will open and you'll be able to call in and have your say. So let's run those likes up, people. And it feels a little bit strange. Chelsea not playing this weekend. So the weekend can't be ruined by our performance. We're playing on Monday nights. We've got a little bit longer to wait until the Blues are back in action. But that hasn't stopped the news from coming in today and over the last couple of days. Pochettino confirming that Ben Chilwell's injury, in his own words, doesn't look good. He's also confirmed that from January onwards, he's going to have more of a say in the transfers. Chelsea have got interest in Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney, kind of what we already knew, but that's kind of been confirmed again, or reconfirmed, should I say? And then there's obviously the team selection headaches ahead of the Fulham game as well, guys. So yeah, there is plenty to dive into. As always, get involved in the chat, as I said, and 40 likes, people. The lines will then open. So the quicker we hit that amount of likes, the quicker those lines will open, guys. No excuses not to be getting there ASAP, people. But let's dive into it. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat. Who'd you give as captain now? Well, I mean, if Gallagher plays, it will obviously be him because he's been a captain the last few games if he starts, which I probably suspect he will do. So I imagine it'll be him. If not, surely it'll be Thiago Silva if he plays. Yeah, there's potential for that. They're looking into the investigation. Rayan, big up my guy. All good, brother. Hope you're well. Yeah, the Chilwell news, not ideal. We're going to dive into that into a sec. Yes, big up, Michael. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Yes, Savinja, big up. And yeah, I agree, mate. Toney for me as well. I've been banging the Ivan Toney drum for a long time, people. A long time. People know how long I've been banging that Toney drum for. So yeah, let's hope that materializes. Let's hope we can do something about it. But yes, people, let's get straight into this Ben Chilwell news then, because we did have it earlier in the day saying there's Arkansas saying that he's expected to be out for 4 weeks after early scans showed he could have avoided serious injury. But then we get Pochettino in the press conference today saying, I think it's bad news. The doctor told me it's not good. It's the same leg as last season. It's very sad. It's difficult to know how long he'll be out for. We need to assess in the next few days. The club will communicate. So having initially thought it could be 4 weeks, and admittedly Pochettino could be saying that, bad news is 4 weeks. I mean, I'm not sure. I guess surely bad news means longer than that, unless that's kind of what his interpretation of bad news is. I'm not really too sure, but it's not looking great for Ben Chilwell, and it's kind of mad. It's a third hamstring injury since the start of last season. I don't know how this keeps happening. Why does he keep picking up hamstring injuries? It's the same with Reece James as well. Why do these two players particularly seem to, without fail, every single season pick up an injury? It just doesn't make sense to me at all how this keeps happening. How can these guys keep picking up injuries at this vast rate of knots? Every single season without fail, at least one sort of medium to long-term injury. It's ridiculous. I'm not too sure what we can do about it. I really don't know what we're going to do about it. But look, we've obviously got the depth to cope with it, I suppose. Look, Cucurella, who had a good game in midweek, this could finally be his opportunity. Ian Martin, again, another option potentially there as well. But obviously, at the same time, I still think Pochettino sees Ian Martin as a left back. He didn't use him there at all in preseason, hasn't used him there once this season. And when asked about the replacements for Chilwell in the press conference, he didn't even reference him. He talked about Cucurella or Levi Colwill staying there. So I think it's very, very clear that Poch does not see Ian Martin as a left back. But having said that, maybe we'll see him start at left back on Monday night. And I mean, a left-hand side of him and of Martin and Mudryk wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, this Chilwell injury is not great. It's the captain and the vice captain both out. I'd love to know, guys, how many games Reece James and Ben Chilwell have actually started together. Because if one's not injured, the other is, or they just seem to both be injured at the same time at this point. It's mad. It really is mad. I don't really know. I just kind of can't believe it. You know, when they're both fit and both at the top of their game, it's one of those where, you know, they are two of the best around, as Poch alluded to in his press conference. But you just, yeah, it's kind of a mad one. You you barely ever see them play together. You know, when they're bombing up and down on their top form, like it's brilliant and it's great to see. But we just don't see that enough. We just do not see that enough. We really don't. It's one of them, isn't it? Where I just hope. I mean, Chilwell's what, 26, maybe 27. I think he's 26 still. Like, there's got to be some sort of a problem. Like, if you're picking up 3 hamstring injuries since the start of last season, and this one's in the same leg as the one that last season was, which was quite long term, something needs to happen. Maybe he needs to go for a surgery or something along those lines. I'm really not too sure on it. I'm really not. I mean, agree on that. But I mean, look, James, I don't know what happened to Reece James, but he's not a million miles away from being back. I would imagine after the international break, he will return. Chelsea, I die big up. Hope you're good, brother. Caicedo and Enzo will have to play a pivot on Monday. Look, I wouldn't say I was sick and tired of Gallagher, but Cole Palmer has to be playing in that number 10 role. So it has to be a Caicedo and Enzo pivot. So some big decisions, obviously, need to be made. Chilwell injured. Martin hasn't extended his contract, and Cucurella may be sold on a permanent transfer. No, I don't think Cucurella will go on a permanent transfer in January. I wouldn't have thought so. Again, Martin not extending his contract, that's a problem. You know, that's something that does need to be kind of assessed as soon as possible. Really does, because otherwise we're going to have to sell him in January, regardless, because we'll lose him for free. I mean, I don't know. But look, it's certainly not looking that way at this point in time with the way that these guys keep picking up injuries. It is, yes, it's peak at the moment. I just want a whole fit squad for once. Yeah, I mean, don't we all, mate? Don't we all? We'd love to have a fully fit squad, but you know, at Chelsea, it seems like that isn't really possible. Just concerned that Toney could be another Jamie Vardy or Calvert-Lewin. No, I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, Vardy's got over 100 Premier League goals. You know, I wouldn't say Vardy was a one season wonder at all. Afternoon, yeah, I feel bad for Chilwell. Yeah, Martin has only played. Exactly, he has. Yeah, I would still start Gusto against Arsenal as well. I agree on that. Reece on the bench. We're not in a situation where we desperately need to be rushing Reece James back. That is for sure, people. We don't need to be in that situation doing that. No two ways about it, guys. We absolutely do not need to be doing that. But the Chilwell injury is a shame. It is a real shame, and I am disappointed, to be honest. I am disappointed because, you know, he had a solid start to the season, and things were going well for him. So the left wing experiment wasn't particularly working. We've seen him back at left back. And yeah, look, he was having a good game, in my opinion, against Brighton. And, you know, he just picks up that injury. It's really unfortunate. But when there's obviously an underlying recurring issue there, because, you know, to suffer that many hamstring injuries in such a short space of time, something clearly isn't right with that muscle. There's an underlying weakness somewhere that maybe a surgery is going to require that. Maybe Chilwell is going to need surgery, and I'd rather him have an extended spell on the sidelines now than come back and then a month or two later pick up the same fucking injury again. That's the reality of the situation that we're kind of dealing with right now. By the way, guys, 20 more likes and the lines will open, people. As soon as we hit 40 likes, they will open. So, guys, we've got 35 locked in already, guys. 19 likes. And get to 40 likes, it will open. So those of you lurking in the chat that haven't smashed that like button, make sure you hit that like button, people. It is really important. So let's run it up and let's get to the 40 likes as soon as possible, and then the lines will open for the call-in show. And we're also only 10 subscribers away now. Yes, that's right. 10 subscribers away from 6.5k. So if you're locked in now and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It's really important. 10 away from 6.5k. Let's try and knock as many of those off as we can tonight. Mate, me and you both. Yeah, that's. I mean, the Arsenal game's a while away, but I agree on that. You don't want to chuck Reece straight back into that one. Who do you think will play striker and right back for the Fulham game? I would imagine that. I would suggest that Disasi will play right back for the Fulham game. That would be my guess. Agreed there. It happens almost every time. Another surgery. Difficult to be a top player again after so many. We might have to consider our options. Well, look, I think the club will certainly be looking into it as to why this keeps happening. And I'm not saying that. Chelsea had the opportunity to sell Chilwell potentially. There was interest from Man City. They were sniffing about. But yeah, look, it's one of those, isn't it, where the injuries aren't ideal, but you can guarantee if he left Chelsea, he suddenly wouldn't be getting injured anymore. It just seems it's a strange thing, but. It's interesting. Yes, hope you're well, brother. No, absolutely agree on that. No, I'd say Disasi does. And we have Colwell and Silva in the middle with Cucurella at left back. That's what I would be doing. Disasi right back, Colwell, Silva, Cucurella. That would be my back four for the game on Monday. We're going to do a match preview tomorrow anyway. How long do you think Chilwell will be out for? It's really hard to tell, but I would imagine we could be looking. It will be, for me personally, when Pochettino's putting it, I think it's bad news. The doctor told me it's not good. I'd be surprised if he played before Christmas. That's my honest opinion on it. I'd be surprised if he played before Christmas. And yeah, it feels bad saying that. But look, when they're describing it like that, I feel like that's potentially what we're looking at. I'll always go slightly worst case scenario. But yeah, I'd be surprised if he played before Christmas. That's my honest opinion on the matter there. But yeah, guys, that's obviously the update on the Ben Chilwell situation. We are waiting for an official timescale from the club on that one. Not sure what it's gonna be. But yeah, look, obviously a far from ideal situation. But there we go, guys. What can we do, mate? What can we do? But in slightly more positive news, we have got someone returning from injury that is back in full training. And Carney Chukwuemeka is back in full training after the injury he picked up against West Ham. Will he be involved against Fulham? It could be a little bit too early. And here he is, back on the training pitch, back in full team training after that injury he picked up against the Hammers. But yeah, look, it's great to see. It is great to see him back. Possible bench on Monday night, potentially. But I'd like to think he'd definitely be involved for the game against Burnley next weekend. That's for sure, guys. That is absolutely for sure. I'd like to think he'd be involved there. And it's good to have him back because we have missed him. He'd started the season really well. And it'll be another good option for us to have on the bench. You know, another very good option for the squad and an option to change the game as well. So, yeah, really exciting stuff, people. Really exciting stuff. So, you know, let's see how he comes back. Is he going to be in decent form when he returns? There's only one way to find out. Lavia just currently undergoing a rehabilitation program, so hopefully we'll see his debut this year. I'm pretty confident we will see his debut this year, but it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky to know. It is going to be tricky to know. Whether we're gonna do that or not. So yeah, look, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with him. But it's great to see him back. We must lower our expectations. So look, whatever people's expectations are, they can have them. I still stand by what I said. I still think we can qualify for the Champions League. But of course, that's getting more difficult by with each week that goes by. But I'm not going to change my mind after 6 games. Yes, hope you're good, Wes. Big up, my guy. Yeah, it's great news. It's great news. It's almost October and we have no clue about what's our starting 11 yet. I find it very hard to see. And no, look, I mean, it's obviously. I think with everyone that's fit, when everyone's fit, I think people know what the team is. It's just the problem that everyone isn't fit. So yeah, that's not an ideal situation to be in at all. Yeah, appreciate it. Big up to Chelsea till I die. I think he was in the chat earlier. Yeah, sorted me out with new logo and new banner for the channel. So we fully rebranded, guys. So yeah, hope you like that. Channel looking a lot better now. So yeah, just continuing pumping out the content and keep on growing. But yeah, new rebranding on the channel. The team will come good. Yeah, no, it will come good. We just got to be patient, people. But patient is not something that's synonymous with Chelsea or Chelsea fans or football fans in general. Yeah, yeah, agreed. This is really important. Like already at this early stage of the season, these next two games are absolutely massive for us, people. The next two games cannot be overestimated how important they really are. Guys, we're 14 likes away now. There's definitely a few of you in it that haven't smashed that like button. So let's hit the likes and then hit 40 likes as quickly as possible. And then the lines will open, guys. So please do smash the like button. It's really important. It's such a quick, easy, and free way to support the channel. It does massively help me out. If it wasn't important, I wouldn't bang on about it. So yeah, people, get hitting that like button, guys. It looks like this little thumbs up button. So yeah, 13 to go, guys. Let's knock these off quickly. That shouldn't be a problem at all. It should be light work for us, guys. Instead of heading to everyone being fit, we are getting fresh injuries to essential players. Yeah, look, it can't be easy for the gaffer. It really can't be. Like as soon as you think you're getting a few players, as soon as you're getting a few players back from injury, another one goes down. It's just like, you know, it's at this point, it's just like it's one in, one out at the moment. It really does. It really does feel like that, which is not ideal. No, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, looking much better now. Looking much better. And Kunku, yeah, and Kunku again. Recovery is going well. He's getting closer with each passing day, but again, don't expect to see him for another couple of months at least. You know that's where we are at this point in time. So don't expect to see him for another couple of months. But it's great to see Chukwuemeka back, and hopefully, I think Monday is going to be a bit too soon for him to be involved. Madueke could also potentially be back as well. I think he's been struggling with a slight knock since the international break. So yeah, maybe we'll see him involved on Monday in some capacity, people. But that's the good news on the injury front, guys. It is good news on the injury front there. What else have we got going on, people? We are now 10 likes away. Keep smashing those likes, guys. You people know what to do. Let's move into the news that Pochettino is set to have more control in the transfer market, you know, which is quite exciting to hear. So let me just bring it up now. Is this it here? I think it's this one. Yeah, on addressing goal scoring problems in January, the relationship and the communication is very good with the directors and the sporting directors. When the transfer window closed, I said I need to be more involved now. Things can change until January. Now we need to work and try to recover in Kunku and Broja and provide the team with more goals. So I think it's good that Poch is already identifying players that he wants for January. We are going to have to add a forward in January. I think it's absolutely essential in my mind. We're still waiting for Broja to get up to scratch. We're obviously still waiting for Nkunku. Nicholas Jackson's going off to the African Cup of Nations. So we're going to be very, very short in that centre forward position. So I'm pleased to see that Poch is kind of, you know, I don't say taking things into his own hands, but he's getting more involved in the transfers and is going to take a more active role. I think that's going to be good for us going forwards. I think, you know, the sort of players that he likes, I think his talent ID is good. So I think that this can only be viewed as a good thing with him getting more involved, guys. I really do think that can only be looked at in a positive light. 100% can only be looked at in a positive light. I have to say they're interested in Victor Osimhen. I mean, I don't think they have to say that, but look, I mean, it's no secret. It's not like some sort of major exclusive scoop that Chelsea are interested in Victor Osimhen. Like, you got Chelsea need a goal scorer. You've got the Napoli situation with Osimhen at the moment. You put two and two together. It's very easy to just put out a link with Osimhen and Chelsea. But look, obviously, the goal scoring situation between now and January, we're going to have to sort something out. I mean, we can't put too much pressure on Nkunku, and we can't put too much pressure on Amanda Broja either. I mean, Nicholas Jackson obviously banned for the Fulham game. I'll talk a bit more about that Fulham game tomorrow, guys. But yeah, look, it's it's certainly not. It's certainly not ideal. It's certainly not ideal. Do you think we get more injured players back after the international break? I've got no idea. I'm not really thinking about the international break right now. But yeah, look, obviously, in an ideal situation, we like it. I don't know. I guess there's always a little bit more of a risk that could happen. For sure. You know, with the traveling, with the exertion, with the space, with the games in quick succession, yeah, maybe so. You could be more susceptible to injury after the international break, but it's hard to tell. Uh, yeah, he absolutely would be. He would be for sure. I mean, I prefer Ivan Toney out of the two, but Osimhen, you know, you can't turn your nose up at him. Absolutely not. But I don't see him being available in January. I'd find that a shock. Not sure about the transfer market, given he struggles with team selections. I mean, look, I don't think that's got anything to do with his eye in the market. I think it's good that the manager is gonna be a little bit more involved. Obviously, don't want to give him full reign, of course not, but for him to take a more active role in the process is certainly good news in my mind. You know, we've got an exciting young squad. You know, we do need to add some experience, and it's good now that Chelsea appear to be open to adding more experienced players to the team. So, I mean, talking of experienced players, let's get rid of this and let's bring up sort of the striker situation heading into January. I know we're a little bit ahead of ourselves here, but Chelsea want a striker in January and they're interested in Ivan Toney and Napoli's Victor Osimhen. The actual article itself, Jacob Steinberg, you know, Pochettino saying, I've started to work to identify what we need for January. What else is he saying? The focus was on signing young players, but Chelsea are now open to signing more experienced players for Pochettino. They want a striker in January and are interested in Napoli's Victor Osimhen and Brentford's Ivan Toney, who is also a target for Arsenal. We've got those quotes. We've gone through all that. So yeah, look, let's wait and see what happens on that one. We know we've got the interest in Toney. We know we've got the interest in Osimhen. Toney's the logical answer for me. Osimhen, for me, unless he has the fallout from the Napoli TikTok thing goes even more sour, and he wants out. I can't see a way of him leaving in January. Personally, I think that's almost impossible. And Chelsea aren't going to go and spend over £100 million on a striker in January, in my opinion. I think they probably do very well, but I just can't see it happening. Yeah, I would imagine so. I think going for Toney is a logical answer, but the thought of Osimhen up top for Chelsea will hit differently. Yeah, look, for sure. You know, Osimhen is a great footballer. Absolutely a great footballer. No two ways about it, people. But, you know, guys, 8 likes away, by the way. Keep smashing that like button. There's almost 50 of us locked in. There's definitely 8 of you in here that haven't smashed the like button. So make sure you hit that like button, people. We're almost there now. We're almost there on the 40 likes. Let's get it there, guys. Just get it over the final hurdle, people. And the lines will open and we will call in and you guys can have your say on the current situation at Chelsea. But yeah, let's run those likes up, people, ASAP. I don't want to spend another £100 million on a striker. I agree. Yeah, Khan's back is a big plus. Back in team training. Yeah, really excited for that one. Absolutely delighted to see Chukwuemeka back in team training. Yeah, the Osimhen situation is kind of mad. I mean, Napoli put their little statement out yesterday. They didn't even say sorry to him in it. It's a really weird one. But yeah, for me, there's no way in my mind. I mean, look, I'm saying this now. I could be wrong, but I'm convinced right now, as it stands, for me, there's zero chance Victor Osimhen leaves Napoli in January. Absolutely zero chance in my mind. I just personally cannot see it happening. Ivan Toney would be the one for me, but that is going to be a difficult one to get over the line. They're going to be facing competition from Arsenal. I think would be very interested in him. We're going to have to hope by the time kind of we get to Christmas, get to January, that our position in the league is a lot better. We've picked up form, and it's more of a convincing project for Toney to come and join. Whereas if we're still struggling, it could be tough to convince him, because this is probably going to be his big move in his career at 27 years of age. This is going to be the big move. and he needs to get it right for him on a personal note. This is going to be the big move. So, yeah, look, we need to do everything we can to try and convince him. We really do. 65 to 70 for Toney should do. I think it would have done damage. It'll be a little bit rusty for sure. But look, I think we can. I think he soon shake that off once he starts playing again. And I think it's the best. It's the best solution in my mind for Chelsea to be going for. 65 to 70 million pounds in my opinion at 27 years of age. I love Osimhen. I think he's a great player, but I think over 100 million pounds, that's not really the best value for money, in my opinion, compared to Ivan Toney at this 65, 70 million. A bit more developed in terms of more experience. Of 27 years of age, he scored 20 Premier League goals last season. For me, it ticks boxes, people. It ticks boxes, and that's what we need to be doing. We need to be ticking boxes. Guys, 6 more likes as well, by the way. As well as talking about ticking boxes, that is a box that needs to be ticked off, people. We are almost there. 5 likes to go, guys. 52 in the building. Let's knock them off. Only if Napoli get knocked out of Champions League. I still don't think so. No, for Toney at 27, I think it'll be a 5-year contract. I don't see one of those. It'll be a 5-year contract with an option for a 6th, I'd imagine, because it's not going to be a huge transfer fee. But yeah, you never wait and see. Yep, agreed to create the bidding war. Absolutely. I really don't think 70 million. If it was 65, 70 million pounds for Ivan Toney, I really don't think that's a daylight robbery at all. I think he's a top player. I really do. Yes, big up, brother. I hope you're good. When you pay 100 million for a new Chelsea striker, it's like you're doomed from the start. The pressure would be huge on Osimhen's shoulders. Yeah, it absolutely would be. The pressure would be next level. But of course, the pressure would be big on Ivan Toney as well. But yeah, look, the pressure would be next level for Victor Osimhen if you come in at over 100 million pounds to Chelsea, who it's a graveyard for strikers if we're totally honest with ourselves. So yeah, look, it would be big pressure. It's going to be big pressure for either one of them, but for me, I just think Toney suits a lot better what we're trying to do. That's for sure. In my opinion, Toney's it's not guaranteed. No one's guaranteed at all. No one's guaranteed. Leverage Tammy to Napoli. Roma buys Lukaku and we get Osimhen. I mean, I don't really know what's going to happen there, but look, Tammy Abraham's another one. Again, he's been linked in the past, but he's obviously out with an ACL injury. But look, Toney would definitely be my guy for sure. Toney would 100% be my guy. We will head-to-head with Liverpool again for Toney. I don't know if Liverpool will go in for him, but I think Arsenal will certainly be sniffing. 100% Arsenal will be sniffing about for Ivan Toney. Yeah, I mean, look, no one's taken the number 9 shirt. We should probably look at retiring it for sure. To me, 70 million for 4 years is I absolutely agree. If you're going to get 4 good years out of someone, if someone's going to score you Premier League goals, who's going to get you 50 to 60 Premier League goals in 4 years, that's more than the money well spent. Yeah, Toney for sure. Toney for sure, people. But yeah, guys, final 4 likes now. Let's knock these off, people. 55 of you in the building. Big up to everyone that's locked in on this Friday evening. Final 4 likes, guys, and then the lines will open for the call-in show. So 4 more of you need to hit the like button, guys. I know there's plenty of you lurking in there that haven't hit it. So make sure you do, people. Make sure you do. 4 more likes to go. Smash the like button. It's free. It's a really quick and easy way and massively helpful way of supporting the channel. So let's run these likes up. Let's hit those final 4 likes, people. Should be light work. That should be very, very light work, people. But yeah, look, it's mad that we're already talking about January. It really is mad. But such as the start to the season has been, we need obviously. We need that transfer dopamine hit. But I'm hoping, look, this was obviously not it wasn't a cup, it wasn't a league game, sorry, it was a cup game, but that was so it can't be overestimated how important that cup win could be, just for confidence, just for going into the next few fixtures. What stops Spurs from getting Toney? Nothing will happen until the summer, and Toney will decide. Osimhen, Toney, I think will go in January. I'm pretty sure he will, even if it's a pre-contract agreement to come to another club. I wouldn't be surprised if Toney does leave in January. I really don't. Do you know the Toney meme? No, I don't know that one. Maybe a couple. I think. Look, we'll definitely try and bring a forward in. I think we'll try and bring a forward in for sure, but I'd say maybe two. But again, it depends on who leaves. You have no chance of getting Osimhen. I mean, look, Chelsea is despite Spurs having a strong start to the season. Chelsea will always be a bigger pool than Spurs. It just will. If you've got a choice between Chelsea and Spurs, it's not even a decision to be made. Players are not going to be saying yes to Spurs over Chelsea. I just don't see that situation really ever occurring. I really don't. If you've got a top player and you're faced with two teams, you're going to Chelsea every day. Yeah, run those likes up, people. Run those likes up. We are almost there, guys. 3 more likes. Come on, people. What about Mo Salah possibly leaving next summer? Yeah, but again, Salah's not a centre forward. Salah's not a centre forward. So I don't see Liverpool being actively involved for Ivan Toney. But I could be wrong on that, but I personally don't see it. I'll have a look at that, bro. I will have a look at that. I will look. What else have we got popping off here, people? What else have we got going on? Oh, we've got 1 more like to go. Well, I mean, I don't think we never put a bid in. Again, we didn't put a bid in for him. It's not like we both bidded and he chose Spurs over us. We were interested, but that never materialized. If there was a serious offer on the table from Chelsea, then look, of course he could have potentially chosen Spurs instead, more opportunities to play, but it was never a direct race between Tottenham and Chelsea. He was just a player on the list, whereas he was a major target for Spurs. Because at the end of the day, whether people like it or not, Chelsea and Arsenal are much bigger football clubs than Spurs. They've got obviously much better recent history, far more likely to win trophies than Tottenham are. Of course, that could change under Big Ange. And look, Spurs have got good players, but you're going to be playing with better footballers at Arsenal and Chelsea. So look, again, it depends on the type of player. It depends what stage of their career they're in. But generally, if it's a top player, then for me, I find it very hard to see how Spurs can get a top football player ahead of Arsenal or Chelsea. No, we can't offer Ivan Toney anything. There's no European football. Well, yeah, but he wouldn't be coming just for like, the European football. I think we can get that. And he would be, we hopefully be in there next season, for sure. We're over the 40 likes. Let me just get through these last few things and we'll open the lines up. It'll be interesting if Osimhen wants to leave Serie A and Ivan Toney types of team need him. Tons of team need him. They need to have at least 2 plans with Toney. Yeah. Teams can rival Chelsea for any player. It's about playing time for the player. But look at the players that we've managed to sign. It's not been... we've managed to still sign some top quality players. Yes, they're young and they're raw, but we've still got big pull. We still have big pull, whether people like it or not. Nice. Yeah, right now you do, but it's not just about a playing style. It's about what's going to be best for their careers. Are they going to win trophies? How much football are they going to play? All those sorts of things. Who's got more pull, Chelsea or Arsenal? Chelsea have got more pull than Arsenal, in my opinion, 100%. We were lucky. What was that? Let's just come through now. Is that going to come through? Yep. We were lucky with Caicedo and Lavia. Has to be said. We need to pull something off similar again. I would say we were lucky. We put in a lot of groundwork for those ones. But yeah, look, let's wait and see, people. Let's wait and see. But guys, we're on 44 likes now, so I'm going to just quickly pin the link to the top of the chat, and then you people can call in and have your say, guys. You can call in and have your say. Let me just sort this out now. Keep smashing the likes, by the way, guys. 5 likes from 50 now. Let's get to 50 likes, people. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Right. Oh, no. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, people. I'm just going to pin this message to the top of the chat now. So it's pinned at the top of the chat now, people. So you can hit the link pinned to the top of the chat and come in and have your say. Yeah, very good, very good. Toney's the better option. We'll get him if we go from in January. I hope so. I hope so. Spurs have gotten to a Champions League final. Oh no, they haven't at all. We won the Champions League 2 years ago, so I'm not sure what you're on about there. We won the Champions League 2 years ago, mate. So yeah, will you consider selling Sterling? If he doesn't really hit the heights again this season, then yeah, absolutely, I would. I don't think anything happens to Broja. I think you need competition for places. You need all that sort of thing. So I don't think anything happens to Broja per se. If we get a striker in January, do you think the rebuild will be finished? Yeah, pretty much at that point, I would say so, and it'll be a case of a few going out and a few coming in, just a few quality additions each way. Guys, 3 likes from 50. Smash the like button. Let's run it up, people. Let's run it up. Right, we've got first caller in. People, remember, guys, link at the top of the chat. Hit that link. Come in and have your say. Don't be shy. You don't have to have your camera on either, people. So yeah, let's get to the first caller. Ryan, how are you doing, bro? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah, what's been happening, mate? How are you feeling? Obviously, we've had a win to celebrate in midweek, which was much needed. It makes things a lot better when you win. We had a goal as well. What are your thoughts heading into this Fulham game? Do you think that win against Brighton can be a big confidence boost for us, or do you still think we've got a lot to prove?
Oh God, Fulham is a strong team. I don't know. We have to take a chance to Fulham game.
Yeah, Fulham don't score that many goals either. I mean, you probably don't. I mean, look, this will go one of two ways. Either it'll be an absolute goal fest and we'll both find our shooting boots, or I think more likely there's probably going to be one goal in it either way. I would probably. I mean, if I was going to go for a prediction, I'd probably say it'll be kind of 1-0 either side, or maybe 1-1. I don't think this game's got many goals in it, but I mean, yeah. What are your thoughts heading into it? Do you think we can do something? We've still got quite a few players injured.
Oh my God, Chilwell's injured.
Yeah, Chilwell injured. So I mean, probably we'd have to go Cucurella at left back, Colwell and Silva in the middle, with Disasi at right back. That would probably be the back line, because we haven't got Gusto or James, and we haven't got Chilwell, and he doesn't seem to like Martin at left back at all. So that to me would seem to be the back line.
I heard this today. In January, I think we're gonna sell 2 fullbacks.
Yes, well, so I wouldn't be surprised if one fullback left in January.
Cucurella and Manson. I think so. Yeah, they said they gotta find another centre back.
I mean, I think in January, I think we'll probably see either, if Martin doesn't sign a new deal, he'll have to be sold in January, because otherwise we'll get no money for it.
They will find another centre back.
And I'm not sure about that. I don't think we need another centre back, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I think if Martin doesn't sign a new deal, he'll have to leave in January. Cucurella, if Martin signs a new deal, then maybe Cucurella might go out on loan in January. But I think it depends. I think it depends how he does in these next few games when he gets an opportunity. But I mean, who would you play up front for the Fulham game? So we got no Jackson because he's banned.
Banned.
One. It might be a bit soon for Broja still. He's not played a lot of minutes at all.
Oh my God!
I mean,
I saw the lineup yesterday about Fulham game. The people said put Sterling in the front.
I mean, look, we're going to have a striker option, which would be Broja. But if he's not fit to start, then we're going to be in a situation where we're going to have to go someone playing the false 9. And it's probably going to be either Sterling.
Yeah.
Well, who else do we put there? I mean, do you put Cole Palmer there? Do you put Mudryk there? Do you put, who do you put there?
I saw the lineup and the Twitter yesterday. Really, Sterling? Think Sterling gonna be in fourth? I don't know. really.
I mean, I think the most likely outcome would be a Sterling false nine if he decides that Broja's not fit to start. That for me is the most likely
Sterling.
situation. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all.
No, like Sterling have because the game, Brighton game, he has like pace. Like he's so slow. I don't get it. Like
Yeah, no, he's kind of dipped off a little bit. He started well the first two or three games. Now in the last few games, he has certainly he has dipped off a little bit. But
we need good striker in January. So
no, we absolutely do. And I think to be honest, I think the only realistic option is Ivan Toney.
Keep eyes on Arsenal.
Arsenal will be. Well, I reckon I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal
keep
were
eyes,
as
keep
well.
eyes on because football terrorists say Arsenal trying to get Toney. I don't know yet.
Yeah, no, they absolutely could go in for Ivan Toney. No two ways about it. They absolutely could be going in for him. But let's wait and see, mate. To round out, what's your score prediction for Monday night? What are you saying?
Oh, the game on Monday night.
Yeah, the game's on Monday. Yeah, we're not playing this weekend. It's on Monday.
Yeah, I just remembered.
Yeah, so we've got a Chelsea free weekend.
Is the game nighttime?
Yeah, 8 p.m. UK time. So wherever you are,
okay.
you're in Saudi, yeah?
Yeah.
So it'll be 10 p.m.
Yeah, 10 p.m. I'm gonna watch it. I hope so.
Yeah, it'll be at 10 p.m. What are you thinking? Do you think we can get a win?
Fulham have a strong lineup. This could be tough.
It will be tough, yeah.
I can say it. It could be tough.
Yeah, what do you reckon? 1-0?
No Jackson, no Chilwell.
No Chilwell, yeah.
Chilwell.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is Silva going to start?
Who? Sorry?
Silva.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Silva and Chilwell.
Yeah, and then play Disasi at right back.
Okay. Oh, they're going to be tough.
Yeah, it will be tough.
Shit. I think it'd be draw.
Draw? Yeah. Fair. No, fair enough. Well, let's wait and see what happens. But, mate, I'm going to move on to the next caller now. Thanks so much, as always, for calling in. Hope you have a good weekend, mate. And, catch up again with you soon. Cheers.
All right, you too.
See you later, mate. What else have we got going on? Guys, let me just get to a few things in the chat. Yeah, Fulham are pretty goal shy as well. They certainly haven't scored many goals. Chelsea haven't bought enough senior pros. Too many young... Look, potentially, I don't 100% disagree with that, but I also don't fully agree with it either. Get Osimhen. Well, I mean, it's not as easy as that. No, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think Chelsea will go for Ivan Toney. I think they are now open to signing a few more experienced players for sure. Yeah, Osimhen again will be at the Cup of Nations in January as well. So even if we did sign him in January, Nigeria are probably going to go quite deep in that competition. So, I mean, look, I still think Osimhen in January is an absolute almost no-go in my mind. I just don't see it happening. I really don't. Guys, we're 6 likes away from 60 likes. Let's run it up, people. There's plenty of you in the building. Hit that like button, guys. Smash it. And also make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. 10 subscribers away from 6.5K, guys. Let's see if we can get a few more of those knocked off in tonight's stream. We're now 9 away, guys. So, yeah, if you could smash that subscribe button if you're new round here, that would be fantastic. Who's going to be striker on Monday? Maybe Broja, probably Sterling at false 9. I agree on that as well. But let's move on to the next one. Michael, how are we doing, mate? Good?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, we got a good win on Wednesday, so that was positive. But
yeah, mate,
obviously
we needed that big time. We desperately needed it.
But unfortunately, on Monday we have an headache now in terms of a striker, don't we? Because there's no Jackson now, and
yeah, I mean, I think it would be obviously Broja is fit again now, but I don't think he's fit to start at all because
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how many minutes he played against Brighton. I can't remember. It wasn't many. Maybe 10 minutes or so. And then I think at Villa he played about maybe he played 20 minutes. Like he's played about roughly around half hour since December. He's played about half an hour of football. It would be a risk to start him. If Poch thinks he's ready to start, fine. But if not, I think the most likely solution, and we saw it at times last season, it probably is going to be Ivan Toney. Not Ivan Toney. I wish it was Ivan Toney. It's going to be it will be Raheem Sterling as a false nine. I think that's kind of obvious. I mean, how do you feel about that? It's not ideal, but I suppose it's the best we've got, and it's the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, it is the best we've got. I mean, I wouldn't want it to happen, but I think it is going to happen. But but there is one thing in terms of us: we don't concede that many goals.
No, we don't.
That is a positive.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, there's not many goals whenever we're involved.
No, we play very low scoring games. I mean, I think the West Ham one was a little bit of an anomaly to that.
Yeah,
anomaly even. I mean, we let a penalty in. We conceded a penalty right at the end in stoppage time. But generally speaking, we don't really let in more than one goal. If we lose two tops, we really don't. We really don't concede many. And Fulham don't score many either. So, I mean, I honestly can't see this being a very high scoring game.
No. And there is another thing. I do want to see Cole Palmer as a number 10 again.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought he was really good on Wednesday, and obviously he did set up the goal for Jackson. So that's why I want to see him in that role again. I'm worried that
who would you drop then? I suppose Conor Gallagher. If you go Enzo and Caicedo in the pivot, Gallagher would have to miss out.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't say, but I mean, there's no doubting Conor Gallagher's ability. He's a trier, he's a tackler, but he's not a natural goal scorer.
No, he's
in
not.
a sense, is he? I mean,
look, there's multiple options. I mean, you could potentially, if you were going for a 4-3-3 rather than a 4-2-3-1, he could have Cole Palmer on. He could play Cole Palmer on the right hand side, Mudryk on the left, Sterling for the middle, and then you still have that midfield three of Gallagher, Enzo, and Caicedo if he wanted to do that. But I think now's the time to be making some. So I would say it's a big decision to not play Gallagher, but it would be seen as that because he started every game this season in the Premier League. So I guess that would be considered a perhaps a potential big decision to make. But it makes sense. Cole Palmer's been bought in. He's got quality. He's been bought in to fill that number 10 role whilst Nkunku's out. So we need to be using him there now. He's had three appearances from the bench in the league, and he's had the start against Brighton in midweek, and he's been great in all those games he's played. So, yeah, I think now the time has come where Cole Palmer has to start on a regular basis, and that means that Conor Gallagher needs to sit on the bench for a few games. Then so be it.
I want to talk about Ivan Toney. I know you're a massive fan of Ivan Toney. Do you think he would fit into the Chelsea team with how we play?
Yeah, I think he would. Obviously, like you're never going to fully know until a player arrives at the club. But I think on the surface of it, you look at it, and he's got all the attributes and the profile that has been a success as a centre forward at Chelsea. I'm not saying he's that same kind of physical mould as a Drogba and a Costa. He's good at holding the ball up. He's good at linking play. He's got a bit of pace. He's good in the air, left foot, right foot, penalties. He scores all types of goals. Look, for me, I don't really see any downsides to the deal for him, apart from obviously at the start, he's going to be a little bit rusty because he's not played any football for a while. But in terms of his footballing ability and in terms of a fit on paper, for me, I can't see many issues with it. Of course, when strikers come to Chelsea, it's always hard to tell what they're going to be like. I think he'd be absolutely superb at Arsenal. I really do. If he ended up at Arsenal, I think he'd be a brilliant signing for them. So look, I think he's definitely ready for the step up now. He's ready for this big move in his career. I can see him fitting in at Chelsea for sure. With better players around him, I think he'll do really well. But again, there's always that worry with a centre forward at Chelsea that you just don't know what you're going to get from them. It doesn't matter how good they are. There's something about putting that blue Chelsea shirt on as a striker that just makes you think, is this guy actually, is he going to suddenly have lost all his finishing ability? But look, in terms of top quality strikers that are going to be available in January, we're going to have to move on it fast. We're going to have to do everything we can. But outside of Ivan Toney, obviously there'll be other names out there, but there's no real standout ones.
Yeah, and I suppose when you look at his record, it is more preferable than, let's say, some of the other ones that I've mentioned. For example, I guess. I mean, it's probably more sought after, but I did think it would be more realistically if we went a little bit downwards, even though I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. The club will have other options for sure. There's not like a complete lack of decent strikers, but the January market's hard. And Toney is the top one that's going to be available. Like, we know there's a deal there to be done, whether it's us, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's someone else. You know, Brentford will sell. Thomas Frank on the Monday Night Football saying in as many words that will happen. So. I mean, look, whether it's, I'm not sure if he'll fully leave in January. I imagine this is just purely my thoughts, but I imagine if a deal is done for Ivan Toney, I think it could be one of those deals similar to the Nkunku one where we agree the deal, it's all done. He spends the rest of the season at Brentford and then comes in the summer. Admittedly, that doesn't really solve the goal scoring issue this season, but at least it gets you to a situation where you've got it sorted for next season, maybe. I mean, look, I could be wrong. He might not play for Brentford again, and he could come straight in. But yeah, mate. To finish off, what are you thinking score prediction wise for Monday night?
I think it's going to be a low scoring one again. I want to go for a 1-0, but my gut feeling is saying 0-0. There's going to be no goals at all.
Yeah, it's two really low scoring sides. really low scoring sides. I mean, it's a tricky one. I mean, if I was going to be, if I was a betting man, for me it would either be a 1-0 Chelsea or a 0-0 draw. I mean, look, Fulham could certainly nick it as well, but I honestly think it's 1-0 either way or it's goalless. I just don't see many goals in the team because Fulham just don't have many goals either. And now we've got I don't know. It's going to be tough. But mate, thanks for calling in as always. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good weekend and catch up with you soon, mate. Nice one.
Yeah, will do.
Cheers. Okay, people. Guys, what we saying? We are on, guys, 3 more likes until the 60 like mark. Let's run the likes up, people. Let's run the likes up, guys. No excuse not to be hitting the like button, guys, and getting this well on its way to 100 likes. We are on 57. There's 53 in the building. Should be no excuses now. Come on, people. There's definitely 3 of you in here that haven't smashed a like, so make sure you do that and smash the subscribe button as well. Before we get to the next caller, let's just have a quick look through a few things in the chat. I think Cucurella is a better option at right back than Disasi. So Cole, maybe. I think it'll be those 4. It'll definitely be those 4 in my opinion. It just depends positionally where those 4 will play. Agreed, Sterling needs to step up. I don't know if he's holding Chelsea back, but agreed he shouldn't be starting every week. Important match, absolutely. Don't be going for any aerial stuff. No chance. It'd be nice to see Mudryk score, but he's doing really well at the moment. It's a possibility for sure. I don't think he's a pen much. I think that's slightly unfair. Well, I wouldn't pay that much for Osimhen. No chance. No chance at all. That's what, 3-0 Chelsea and a 1-0 Chelsea. Fair. Right, let's move on to the next one. Bro, how we doing?
Hello.
Yeah, hi mate. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, thank you, mate. Well, thank you. What are you saying? How are you feeling about Chelsea? Obviously, a much needed win in the midweek. Do you think we can take that momentum into Monday night?
Yeah, of course. First of all, I would like to greet your listeners. And the win on Wednesday was really huge. That was a very perfect time for us to win a game. And I guess it's going to be a turning point for Chelsea Football Club because we've suffered a lot. after the preseason, one might have thought that Chelsea were going to perform so good. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we were hit with a lot of injuries, and that affected our play. So winning against Brighton, who also is doing well in the league, is a very huge result, and I guess it's going to give them a booster. Like they are going to perform based on what has happened on Wednesday. But the only problem will be some of the players that we are going to miss on Monday with the likes of Jackson. I guess it's going to be a problem. But if I'm Poch, I guess I will just have faith in Madueke, Modric, and Palmer. If I
Yeah.
should pair these three guys up front, I guess they might come out and pull a surprise in Graven Cottage. So I guess the team still look good, but with the injury situation, I believe Chelsea is going to come out with a slim margin. And also we played with Fulham during the preseason, and I
We
guess
did. Yeah.
they have an idea as to how they are performing. And Fulham has not impressed me so far in the league, so we really stand a chance of grabbing the 3 points on Monday.
Yeah, mate. I hope so. I mean, there's definitely a chance. 100% there's an opportunity, but it's going to be tough. You know, we don't score many ourselves. I think we've done well this season in terms of the underlying numbers are going to be creating a high volume of chances, but we don't really have anyone on the receiving end to stick the ball in the back of the net. That is
Yep.
the main issue.
Yep.
But I mean, in terms of defensively, obviously we're without Gusto, we're without James, and we're without Ben Chilwell now after him being injured. Would you agree that the back four in some sort of order is going to be Disasi, Colwell, Silva, and Cucurella? How would you line those four up?
For now, I believe we can have a role for Madsen at the back, and let's try and drop how do we call it, Thiago Silva. He's somebody I highly respected, and I believe he has done so much. Looking at his age, probably the pace right now, or maybe reality is kicking in. I haven't seen him doing so much bad though, but I believe if we can tell Cowell and Disasi, and probably we use Martin and Cucurella at the back, probably is going to
Oh,
help.
so you would play Cucurella at right back then?
Sure, I'll put Cucurella, because if you look at his performance, I believe the guy is willing to do a lot because he has sat out for so long, and I guess he's trying to impress the coach and win back his position. So obviously, if you put him, this is the best time for him to, do something to impress the coach, to make sure that he gets back to the team. So I believe if we use him based on the performance he put up in our last game, I believe he can do something. And Fulham, although is a threat though, but I don't think it's a very good team for us to be worried about. So I will just risk putting Cucurella. And also with the attacking situation, I believe so many people have linked Toney and Osimhen.
Yeah.
If you look at those two players, to be honest with you, I know a lot of people will say that Ivan Toney should be the best person because he's tried and tested in the Premier League. But for a person to have a disciplinary, problems betting against his own team, if I'm a coach, no matter how good you are, I'm not going to bring you to the team. I don't know what you are going to do next. So for me, Ivan Toney, I would say we shouldn't go for him. With Osimhen, yes, maybe you will say that most of the time when Italian strikers come to the Premier League, they have a lot of difficulties. But who knows? He might get adapted to the situation because he's a good player, and he also has some international, experience. So bringing Osimhen will also be good. But let's look at the situation right now. Is it good for us to spend a lot of money on another striker whilst we have Destro Fofana playing in Germany? The guy was really good, but he didn't get enough time under Porter and Lampard. So if we can just, try and bring him back and give him the opportunity, who knows? Because looking at these young guys, they are the future of the team. And if we really want to put up a project, we should be able to use our own players. So getting another striker whilst we have Destro Fofana in Germany, just bring the guy back. I think he's a very
Yeah,
good
I
striker.
mean, he is good. I mean, look, I get what you're saying. Absolutely. I do agree with you to an extent that if we bought these players and we believe in them, then we need to trust what we're doing and back our own and believe in our projects. But at the same time, I don't think there's any problem with accepting that these guys aren't ready right now, and we need someone that is more ready, more proven to come in and lead the line. I mean, how would you feel about not signing a centre forward in January? Because obviously we're going to lose Jackson to the African Cup of Nations. We obviously we don't know how fit Broja is going to be. He'll be fitter, but we don't really know what you're going to get from him. And Nkunku will still be making his way back from injury, so we would be very short up there. I mean, obviously, I don't think bringing, for example, if Toney did come in January, I don't see that being a huge issue per se to the future of Fofana or the future of Broja. But maybe one of those, maybe it affects one of those players' futures, sure. But obviously, bringing in all these young players, we want some to. We obviously, ideally, we'd like them to all work out. They won't all work out. Some will do well, others won't. But will still retain resale value and be able to make profit on them. So you got to look at it in two ways. Yes, you'd love them to all succeed, but ultimately some of these guys have been bought to make a profit on them as well. Fofana could be one of those guys potentially. We don't know. But I mean, how would you feel about not signing a striker in January? Because for me, I think we desperately need one.
Well, as we all have been hearing, let's trust the process. I believe for now we are not in the Champions League, so you don't really need an experienced striker to go and compete. And if you really are trying to build a team around these guys, then obviously it will never be good for them to be out there. I was against sending some of our players to how do we call it, France and also Nottingham Forest, because if you are saying you are building a project, I don't see any project where you take the materials to a different site and you try to bring the materials later on. The materials should be on site. So if you look at the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, there is no way if they think a player is part of their plans, they are going to send that player to anything, because you have to let them fill the facilities, fill the environment, introduce them gradually. This is what Pep Guardiola is doing at Manchester City. Foden wasn't a team player, but right now he was able to bring him. He's now part of his plans. So obviously, if we have to spend a lot of money whilst we are not competing for anything right now, it doesn't make sense to me, honestly. But I think we have been, how do I say it? For the past 20 years, we know Chelsea going for experienced players, quality players, and that's what the fans are thinking. But if we want to change the narrative and try to build our own players, then I believe these young guys really need some assistance. They have to be given the opportunity. If we don't give them the opportunity, somebody like Omari Hutchinson.
Yeah, he's doing well on loan. He's doing well.
Yeah, this guy can play in the first team. So why do we have to send him out there? He can be in the first team of Chelsea. Just introduce him gradually, because if we are building something for the future, then obviously we need to get these guys around. And if you look at Pochettino's time at Chelsea, he has just spent less than 6 months. And I believe what he's doing, he has done so well. And the fans should just give him some time. The man will build something great for us. Looking at what he's doing so far, I believe if there was no injury, Chelsea would have been out there. You understand? But because of the injury situation, that's why we think they are not doing good. And even if you look at the performance so far, it's not like we are doing that bad.
No,
some of the teams really
agree.
Some of the teams really come to sit back, and when they get the counter attack, boom, it's in the net. That's what is really happening to us. So I believe we all have to exercise patience. Let's trust the process, as the owners are saying, and let's have faith in the young guys. And they are the future of Chelsea Football Club. And if we stop nagging and believe the situation we are in right now, then I believe something good will happen to the club. But I know you are really doing a good job. I've been listening to you, and I like your analysis. And,
I appreciate that, mate. I appreciate that a lot.
I mean, you are one of those guys who have a lot of knowledge about the game, and I really appreciate what you are doing. Keep it up, bro.
No, I appreciate that, brother. Last thing, mate. How do you see the game going on Monday? What's your score prediction?
Hello.
Yeah, what's your score prediction for Monday, mate?
Oh, Monday's score line. To be honest, I think it's going to be a 2-1 win for Chelsea.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a narrow win for Chelsea. It's not going to be an easy game, but at the end of the day, looking at the quality of these boys and the game that we play with Brighton, it has given them a lot of boosters. So I believe we are going to run away with a 2-1 margin on Monday.
Mate, let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. I mean, I'd take any win right now.
Yeah,
any win
sure.
will do. But yeah,
No
mate, I'm
problem.
going to move on to the next caller, mate. Thanks so much for calling in. Appreciate
No
your
problem.
time.
Thank you so much, brother.
Enjoy your weekend, mate. Appreciate
You
your
too.
support as always. Take care,
You
brother.
too.
Nice one.
Bye.
Cheers, bro. Right, guys. Let me get to a few things in the chat. We're probably going to run this for another, well, I don't know, maybe another 15, 20 minutes or so. So, guys, link is still pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you hit that link. Come and have your say. Come and have a chat, people. Come and have a chat, guys. There's plenty of people in the building. Let's get to a few things in the chat, and hopefully someone else will come in. Guys, 2 more likes to the 70 likes mark as well, people. So there's definitely 2 of you in it that haven't smashed that like button. So let's smash the likes. Let's run them up, people. Let's run them up, guys. No excuses whatsoever. What we're saying here, what we got going on here. No, but I think obviously we are open to adding more experience. Pochettino is going to be more involved in transfers now, and I think we will. I think there's definitely going to be interest in Ivan Toney. We definitely like him. I think his age does allow a 5-year deal. A 5-year deal at 27 takes you to 32. I don't think there's any danger with that. Or he can do what Chilwell did when we extended his contract 4 years with an option for a 5th. But Strasbourg, Fofana doesn't have a future as it stands. To be honest, if I'm being brutally honest, I don't think Broja's got much of a future at Chelsea. That would be my take right now as it is. Yeah, good material. Yeah, I liked that. I think it's too early to say that, in my opinion. I think it's too early to say that. The only way to get Toney, I mean, it's not changing the model as such. You can still have the core model and add 1 or 2 experienced players in it. I don't think that would be going against the model. No, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I just try and just say it how I see it, people. I just try and say it how I see it. But yeah, I appreciate the support from everyone as always. People, links at the top of the chat. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Come and have a chat. We've had a good call-in show tonight. There's still more time to go. So yeah, come and have a chat, people. Come and have a chat, guys. Hit the link at the top of the chat. It's pinned. No excuses not to, guys. So yeah, let's keep it going. GG. What does GGMU in? Oh, glory, Man United. Yeah, good one. Good to see Chukwuemeka back in training. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I mean, look, Broja could score goals after the international break. I don't dislike Broja at all. I really don't. You don't know what you're going to get from it. It's raw and it's a lot of pressure to put on him. Fair. Yeah, exactly. Don't be shy. Nah, it's all good, brother. It's all good. No worries. No, I think they will. I think that you'd be surprised. I think they will. I'm not saying that the bulk of them are going to be young players, but there will be players that will join over the age of 25. I am pretty confident of that. I mean, look, if I'm wrong, fair enough, but I'm pretty confident that could be the case. I really am. What else have we got popping off here? Let's have a quick look. I don't think that's the case. Broja needs to be a... Yeah, look, I do like Broja. He's got good attributes. He's quick. He's physical. Yeah, brother, I like that. Look, you don't want total control, but to take a more active role in it, I think that's... Yeah, I think that can only be a good thing. And the fact that he's working on targets of January, he knows best what the team needs. He's working with them every day. So yeah, for me, I really don't see it. I really don't see that as a bad thing. I really don't see that as a bad thing at all. I really don't. I think it's a good thing. I do think it's a good thing. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes from it. Oh, look, there's interest there. That was true of last summer, and that'll probably still be true now. But I mean, people should not be getting excited at the thought of Osimhen in January. So, yeah, I think virtually impossible. I agree with brother. I'd love to see us get Osimhen. I'm not sure. I can't see it. I really can't see Osimhen in January. No, if Osimhen leaves, it'll be in the summer. He won't leave in January. I can't see anyone paying 120 million pounds in January for him. I just can't see it. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This international break, it will help rehab some of them for sure. Badia Shile will see him after the international break. I agree on that. There's no signing off. I don't think so. I really don't think so. You know, you can have the bulk of your team as young talent, and then have a couple of experienced heads in there. I really do agree. I really disagree that you can't. That we have to stick rigidly to that. You know, I think there's space for There's space for a few older players. For me, Cole Palmer, in my opinion, I think he's more naturally suited to it. But look, I like Chukwuemeka there. He did a good job in the first few games. So yeah, look, that there's definitely options there, people. There's options there. But for me, it would be Cole Palmer. Unfortunately, did work with Harry Kane at Spurs. Yeah, look, I can see it happening. Look, the club are definitely interested. We've had murmurings through the summer about it, and now it's boiling up again. I think Pochettino would love to work with Ivan Toney. Yeah, we do, but you need competition. You need competition. You need strength in depth. You need quality in depth as well. Jackson, Toney, Broja, that wouldn't be bad for a set of strikers, would it? I know Datra Fofana's there, but one of those will obviously have to leave. Guys, we're 5 likes away from 80 likes. Let's run it up, people. There's 80 of us in the building. Smash that like button to pieces, guys. Smash it to pieces and hit the subscribe button as well. We are 9 subscribers away now from 6.5k people. So another little milestone coming up. We're 8 subscribers from 6.5k now, people. So let's hit the target. Come on, guys. Let's hit that target. 81 of you in the building. There's definitely 8 of you that aren't subscribed. And there's definitely some of you that would love to come in and have a chat. So, guys, please hit the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. The call-in show is great fun. I enjoy speaking to you all. So, yeah, people, don't be shy. Hit the link. Come and get involved, people. Nothing to be worried about. If Jackson gains confidence, yeah, we do. Jackson can be a... Yeah, no, he did. Jackson is well liked by the fans. No, what it means is, I guess, like more players were bought to him, and they're identified by obviously the recruitment team, and then they were pitched to him. Whereas I think now there's going to be a more collaborative effort where he's going to also take a role in identifying some players and having a bit more of a say. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a bit more of a collaborative effort. Whether he's choosing the players, I don't think so, but there's going to be more of a collaboration between the two rather than players being bought to him and him kind of saying yes or no. I like this person, I don't like this person. I hope so, mate. I'm still trying to hunt down a ticket. It's been a bit of a tricky one to find a ticket to. So I'm on the lookout. If I'm not at the cottage, which will be disappointing because I try and go to all the games if I can, but if I'm not at the cottage, guys, then there'll be a watch along Monday night if I'm not at the cottage. So yeah, I will obviously keep you lot updated over the weekend. But I'm still on the hunt for a ticket to the cottage. So if anyone can help me out, let me know. What's happening with Andre Santos loan to Forest? Not much is happening, is the honest answer. He wasn't in the squad last week. Hopefully he's going to be in the squad this week. It would be a big problem if he's not. It really would be. Look, Forest obviously are going to prioritise players they've bought over trying to develop a player for someone else. But I don't really see how he gets that many opportunities. I really don't. I really, really don't. It's just, yeah, I just can't see it. Chelsea have the third most expensive squad in the league and good XG. Yeah, look, look. I'm saying we just need to fight. We just need to start scoring goals. It's the hardest thing to do, and we're struggling with it. But the rest of the play is decent. The rest of the play is not bad at the moment. Could try that. Yeah, I mean, if Bodie's listening, if Bodie can sort me out with a ticket, fantastic. But yeah, I'm still hunting for a ticket. If not, they'll obviously, as I said, guys, there will be the watch along coming. There will be the watch along coming. What else we got? I think Andre Santos would have been better somewhere like Union Berlin. Well, the problem is that we probably would have loaned him abroad, but we had to take up an extra slot. The Ziyech thing and the Lukaku thing took up 2 slots that we weren't expecting to have to be used. So yeah, maybe an abroad one might have been better. But look, let's see what happens. He will get a chance, but he's going to have to play out of his skin to warrant playing most weeks, which we need for his development. We need to win on Monday. Yep, I absolutely agree on that. That's very, very obvious at this point in time. Guys, 2 likes away from 80. Come on, keep smashing the like button, people. No excuse not to be hitting the like button, guys. No excuse whatsoever. So let's get it done. And come and have a say, guys. Come and have a say. If not, I'm going to round it out in the next 5 minutes. You know, we've probably got time for one more caller. Come on, guys. Come on, people. No excuses not to hit the link at the top of the chat. I enjoy interacting with you. So, yeah, if anyone wants to come and call in, please come and call in. It would be greatly appreciated. Santos, Cassidy, Angelo, Hutchinson, and Humphreys. Do you see any of them having a future at Chelsea? Santos and Cassidy, yes. For me, I don't see it for Hutchinson. Humphreys, maybe. It's so hard to tell because you don't know how these players are going to develop. You don't know who's going to be coming in. It is really difficult to tell. Well, we haven't even had the announcement yet. I don't know if we are going to see the sponsored kit on Monday. We are still waiting for the announcement. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen at that point in time. I'm really not sure. But yeah, we don't have the announcement yet. It's been confirmed, but we haven't had the official announcement yet. So I'm not sure if we will be wearing them on Monday or not. Maybe we will. I don't have an answer for certain on that one. Absolutely, we need the 6 points. Yeah, it's going to be a 1-0 or 0-0. That's how I see it. But let's wait and see, people. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's see if there's any news coming through on Twitter about anything. Let's have a look if we've got anything popping off. Let's check. No, it doesn't seem to be too much going on, people. Great to see Carney back in training. Agreed on that one. Very covered all that. We've covered the Chilwell stuff. We've covered the striker stuff. So, yeah, you know, what else is there to discuss? Guys, this is the last call now for someone to come and ring in. Come on, people. Someone must want to call in and have a chat with me. Surely, guys. Surely. It's not that bad, people. It really isn't that bad. So, yeah, if anyone's got anything they want to say about Chelsea, the game on Monday, recruitment, the state of the club in general, then, yeah, hit me up. Links pinned to the top of the chat, guys. I think, I want a 1-0 win. We've done that. I think Hutchinson has a future, especially with Sterling. Look, maybe he does. Look, we've got a lot of players on the books now. Some of them will be sold for profit. Others will make it, and that's just the way it goes. But we have got a lot of players now. Once everyone starts coming back from loans, like this is where like a bottleneck could be created, and we find out which ones have been bought because we think they're going to be good for the first team, and which ones have been bought purely to sell on for a profit. That is what we're going to find out, people. That is exactly what we're going to find out. So, yeah, let's kind of wait and see what does happen on that front. A goalkeeper needs to go. Yeah, Kepa will go in the summer, I think. I hope we get more updates on. I don't think so. Maybe over the weekend, possibly, but I wouldn't expect it. Of course, Kendry Paez coming as well. We're likely to clear the way for Paez, and yeah, I would agree. Look, Paez, I think for sure. Angelo as well. I would agree that those two probably seem more likely than Amari Hutchinson. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't see any issues with us coming in the top half this season. I'd be shocked if we didn't come top half. I really would be. I do fully expect us to come in the top half. So yeah, look, things aren't a bit bleak right now. We've still got 32 games left in the league. This team will improve. So yeah, I mean, look, let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens. But yeah, I think we will. I do think we'll be decent. I think we'll finish top half for sure. I really do think that. So yeah, I don't see it being a disaster like last season. I really don't. But we need to pick up points fast and we need to improve fast, you know. So yeah, look, right now it might seem like quite far away, but I still fully believe that we can finish in the top half. And I'm not changing my pre-season prediction that we'll finish in the top 5 and qualify for the Champions League. I'm not changing that based on 6 games, but of course, if it turns out to be wrong, fair enough, no problem. Yeah, it could well be. It might change the way we play. Absolutely, I wouldn't disagree with that at all. It could well change the way that we play. But you know, let's hold fire. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens. It's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, European football. We all want that next season, people. We all want that. But yeah, guys. Any last questions? This is the last chance to call in now, guys. Otherwise, I am going to round this one out. This is your final opportunity. So make sure you do it, guys. Make sure you do it, people. No excuses not to. So yeah, this is the last chance for the calling, guys. We're on 80 likes now. We can get another 20 likes. Then please do run the likes up. Let's try and get this to 100 likes if we possibly can. Yeah, no, we can't join until he's 18, so we're going to see him 2025, I think he joins. So yeah, look, that's very much it, well into the future on that one. But yeah, look, guys, it looks like that no one else is going to call in. So thank you for everyone that called in, guys. Massively appreciate it. Thanks for all the support and kind words as always. It doesn't go unnoticed. On the way out, people, please smash the like button. Yeah, I'd take it. I would take it. Would I be happy? Not necessarily, but I'd take it right now. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Thanks to everyone that called in. Great to chat with you. Your support does not go unnoticed. Is Santos loan? No, it's not, because it's been 6 games. It wouldn't be considered a flop because he's not. If he's played and he's played badly, you could say that. But the fact that he's not playing, that's not his fault. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for calling in, people. On the way out, please smash the like button. Let's run these likes up. Get as close to 100 likes as we can on the way out. And smash that subscribe button as well if you're new around here. 8 subscribers away from 6.5K. We're within touching distance now. So please smash that subscribe button on the way out if you're new around here. Guys, thanks for the support. I'll be back tomorrow with a live match preview show tomorrow evening. Probably 8 o'clock, I'd imagine, tomorrow evening. Live match preview. So make sure you tune in for that. Thank you so much for all your support. Smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel, people. Up the Chelsea. And catch you again soon. Peace out, guys.